Good evening, everyone. It is cold outside, but things are heating up inside John Paul Jones Arena, where the Hoos take on NC State in about 40 minutes. The Wolfpack comes to Charlottesville with a record of 11-4. NC State is 2-0 in the ACC with double-digit wins over both Wake Forest and Pittsburgh. NC State's top scorer is guard Trevor Lacey, who's averaging 17 points per game. He sat out last season after transferring from Alabama. Now, as for the number 3 ranked Wahoos, it's already been an historic season. The Hoos are 13-0, best start since Ralph Sampson's sophomore season when Virginia started 23-0. Virginia is coming off a double overtime win at Miami in its ACC opener, winning 89-80. Prior to that, the Cavs rallied to beat Davidson. And get this, the Hoos have scored 80 or more points in back-to-back games for the first time in 6 years under Coach Tony Bennett. The Hoos have the nation's 8th longest home win streak, having won 18 straight at JPJ.
Any conference game is significant, and you can't put too much weight on one or the other, but home court advantage, you want that. You want it from your fans. You want your players to embrace it. Know when you go on the road, you got to, it's just you. Well, here, yeah, it's just us, but you got, 15 or 14 more thousand that are usually pulling for you, so that's important. Make NC State earn, shore up some things that we've learned from our last 2 games, and compete like crazy because it's a talented, complete team that has some depth.
Last year, Virginia beat NC State by 31 points in Raleigh. The folks in Vegas have the Hoos as a 14.5-point favorite for tonight's game. I'll have highlights and post-game reaction for you when I see you tonight at 10 and 11.
All right, thank you, Marty.
Good evening, everyone. It looks like a mismatch on paper. Virginia is 5-0 in the ACC and ranked number 2 in the country. Georgia Tech is 0-5 in the conference, but those 5 losses have come by just 23 points combined, and 2 of the 5 losses were to 8th-ranked Notre Dame, so the Yellow Jackets have been very competitive. Now, on the other hand, teams like Georgia Tech tend to get blown out here at John Paul Jones Arena. Virginia has won 20 straight games in this building, and get this, 19 of those 20 have been by double digits. The Hoos have a perfect 17-0 record. 3 reasons for Virginia's success. 1, the Hoos are holding opponents to an average 51 points per game, best in the nation. 2, Virginia has depth, getting key contributions from guys off the bench, including freshman Mariel Shayoff and Isaiah Wilkins. And 3, the Cavaliers have experience with 6 upperclassmen this year on the roster, compared to just 3 last year.
We have such a good culture, whatever you want to say, in place where the older players, the upperclassmen, look at the first years and take them under their wing and really encourage them, talk truth to them, and build into them for what they're going to experience. And then, it's kind of that idea, pay it forward. So hopefully they'll be doing that when they become upperclassmen. So I think that is huge when, of course, coaches do that, but when you have a peer doing that with you and, a player you're looking up to who's been through it, I think that makes the transition a lot smoother.
We will keep a close eye on Georgia Tech's Robert Sampson tonight. He is the son of Ralph Sampson. Robert Sampson started his college career at East Carolina. He's now a 6'9" forward for Georgia Tech and a senior, averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds per game. Tonight's game tips off at 8 o'clock, and you can watch it right here on NBC 29.